Seafood has always been an important food source, with fish and chips popularly thought of as one of the nation's favourite dishes. As the human population grows and demand for seafood rises, proper management of fish stocks is vital to ensure that fisheries have a future.
A sustainable fishery is one in which the number of fish caught remains at a level that can be maintained over time without depleting the fish population or harming the wider ocean environment.
To be considered sustainable, a fishery must be assessed on three main areas: the impact on the health of the target fish stock, the amount of fish accidentally caught, known as bycatch, and the damage caused to marine habitats.
In this film, we will explore the ways that managers and scientists calculate how many fish we can safely take today and still have fish left for tomorrow.
Understanding fish biology and the marine environment is essential in order to answer the question, how many fish are there in the sea? Many factors influence the number of fish in a population, including the age at which fish mature and begin to breed, the rate at which the population grows or its generation time, the number of eggs or offspring per brood and the frequency of spawning events, the fishing-related and natural death rate, the age structure of the population, as different size fish contribute differently to reproduction, and the quality, type and size of the habitat in which the fish live. A population will grow if the birth rate is greater than the number of fish that die from fishing or natural causes. The growth rate of the population will increase if there are more fish in the sea, as there will be more opportunities to meet and breed. However, eventually, population growth will slow down due to competition for food and space.
The aim of a sustainable fishery is to catch the largest number of fish, which still leaves enough fish in the sea so that the population can quickly rebuild its numbers. This catch level is called the maximum sustainable yield. Once calculated, it can be used to set total allowable catch limits for each species, the amount of that fish that can be caught in any given time and place.
Let's look at an example. Orange roughy is a fish found almost worldwide in the deep sea. In New Zealand, the fishery for this species began in the 1970s, when improvements in technology enabled access to deep water fish resources. Initial management of the fishery was based on the assumption that the species grew quickly and had a short lifespan. The reality? They grow extremely slowly, maturing at over 30 years old and some living to approximately 150 years. Initially, total allowable catch limits in New Zealand were set at far higher levels than were biologically sustainable, quickly leading to overfishing and orange roughy stocks becoming depleted. Sadly, this case is not unique, with over 30% of the world's fisheries now considered to be either depleted or in recovery.
It's not all bad news, however. If proper management is put in place in time, certain fish stocks do have the potential to recover.
Although for success, it's vital that scientists, fishermen, managers and consumers all work together to support sustainability. The management of orange roughy in New Zealand has hugely improved thanks to advances in scientific research. In 2016, this fishery was awarded with a sustainability accreditation by the Marine Stewardship Council. The crash and subsequent recovery of the orange roughy fishery illustrates the importance of good scientific understanding of fish biology to avoid overfishing and the disastrous potential if this research is ignored when deciding how much fish to catch. The optimum amount of fish to catch, known as the maximum sustainable yield, has become a key tool for fisheries management.
So to recap, the maximum sustainable yield is the highest level at which a population can be fished without becoming depleted. By fishing at the maximum sustainable yield, the number of fish caught should be no greater than the number of fish that naturally replace them, resulting in a truly sustainable fishery.
At low levels of fishing, if the effort increases, so will the sustainable yield or the catch, because the population is able to quickly rebuild its numbers. Increases in fishing effort will result in an increased sustainable yield up to an optimum point. This point is the maximum sustainable yield. Beyond the maximum sustainable yield, further increases in effort will decrease the yield, because with decreasing stock size, there are fewer fish remaining to reproduce. While theoretically the concept of maximum sustainable yield is sound, estimating the size of fish populations can be a very complex process, as natural environmental variation means that the fish population size is constantly changing. These natural fluctuations in stock size mean that the maximum sustainable yield varies from year to year. Advances in research are continually improving the accuracy of these calculations, working towards a more sustainable future.
So how can you play a part in ensuring a bright future for our fisheries?
As consumers, you are in a powerful position to support sustainability because your choices drive market demand. Look out for sustainable products such as those marked with the Marine Stewardship Council logo, or select fish recommended by the Cornwall Good Seafood Guide. You can also ask at restaurants and fishmongers where their fish comes from and how it was caught. Look out for the fish that are in season and are sustainably sourced.